Hey everyone, Christian here, and I wanted to show you everyone kind of some of the types of pots that are used when bringing a palm from a seedling to a large plant. There's different varieties. Some are deeper, some are more shallow. These little container trays here for Tychusforma MacArthuri that are being used are great for kind of establishing a deeper root system. So at least these palms are actually separate plants that will all clump. So it's a clump of clumping palms, so that makes sense. And they're about 3 to 4 inches deep, and they'll be, once they kind of root out of there, they'll be planted into a bigger pot. You can also use you can plant them for solitary use. These are for adenidias, for Christmas palms here, and other varieties. Looks like there's some Siagris, but they also make a fatter version if you want a little more room in your pot. If you got a bigger seeded palm, these are a little bit better. They don't hold as many, but still they're great for space saving, and you can see they do work very well. These are kind of just starting off here, and then you go down the line here, and a lot of these are stuff like royals, other adenidias, more adenidias, and more just maybe some auricas, some Diptis lutescens. And then get into sort of like the deeper stuff. There is a 4x7 that Stewie pots make. But they don't really use those here. I actually buy most of them. But these are actually the MT310 pots, and these are great for deeper rooting palms like Bismarckia. You can see here, and this is a lot of people ask me what kind of pot to put a Bismarckia in, and this 3x10 is really killer because you can see the roots are right there, and that's about as far as they need to go. So, but they're great for palms that don't root that deeply, like this is Pichardia pacifica. And they'll do fine in there. You can grow it almost into like a 1 to 3 gallon size, and then pot it up into a 7 gallon. So you kind of you bypass all of those, classic nursery pot sizes. And then, for example, because it puts out such a deep root system, you're thinking, oh, well, will that fit into a 3 gallon pot? And the answer is no, but they will fit into a 7 gallon or to one of these deeper pots. I believe this is called like a 615 pot, so it's 6 inches wide, 15 inches deep. Conversion offhand to centimeters, it's going to be something like 15 by 35. So, but they are basically like a tall or a deep, like 3 to 5 gallon pot, more of like a 5 gallon really. But they are really nice for stuff like Hyphaenes, which is what are growing in here, and Borassus, other really deep rooting palms. You can use it for Bismarcks as well, but it really does well for those larger seeded, deep rooting, remote germinating palms. So, you can grow any palm you want in the deeper pots. The problem is the shallower pots are a little bit limited. So let's go take a look at another area of the greenhouse here. Let's just pause it for a sec. So the other option is to just go with classic nursery pot sizes. So here we have African oil, Elaeus guiensis, growing in a 7 gallon. Which can be taken straight from one of those 310 pots. You can maneuver the roots so that they will fit directly in there. This is Diptis pilulifera, known as like Orange Crush, and this is also growing in a 7 gallon. It's a real nice palm. It gets a really orange crown shaft, and it kind of has this white base to it, and it's really nice looking. And then here's a Joey in a 7 gallon. These are actually shallow rooted palms, if you can believe it, but they were acquired as sunburned plants. You can see there's still a little bit of burn on them. And so sometimes when you get palms as a gift, you kind of have to nurse them back to a little bit of health. And here's a Lemuro Phoenix in a 7 gallon. This is a nice, getting a good size on them. Nice. That color is kind of just fading out. It was maroon about a week ago. So, and then you can see something, like 1 gallon bottles there. So using the classic sizes are fine as well. Just the deep, how's it going? The deep rooting species are best suited for those deeper pots. So, and there's more here. Let's just see what we're coming across. This is Normanbi and Normanbi. Sorry, I always call them Normambias when really that's not the best Latin pronunciation. But anyway, and they're growing here in these deep pots. They don't need them, but they will produce a large root system, and you can actually pull them out there. They'll be very easy to transport and ship. So that's best when you have a nursery that does some shipping. And here's some more 1 gallon Cocophrinax, Gaussias. Looks like some Siagris as well here, maybe Siagris schizophylla, and more Gaussias, and then some other palms which are kind of yellow, but that's okay. And more Pichardias, all in 1 gallons. And you can even put clumpers in these 1 gallons and they'll be fine as well. But yeah, really, you know, these are all more shallow rooting species. So, you know, these classic nursery sizes, 1 gallon, 3 gallon, 7 gallon, are going to be fine. But when you have those deeper rooters, you know, you want to have these 310s or deeper. This is the MT49, 4 by 9 inches, and they make a 412, I believe, too. So anyway, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, that's no problem. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And if you guys have any more questions about stewy pots, deep pots, go ahead and leave it down below. And I will get back to you guys and gals as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.